The market falls to our support zone, then rallies strongly. The bulls may not be dead yet. This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so in yesterday's video, I talked about the fact that the action off the low and the high was pretty sloppy and that we would likely need a new low before we could head higher. I said the ABC was pointing towards 39.14, but wasn't sure we'd get there. Well, they got there, and then the bulls bounced it pretty hard off of that support level. So now the bulls have a chance to push this up toward that 40.30 to 4100 level. I'll get into that in just one second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, so they did complete the full ABC down towards that 39.14 region and started a bounce from there. So let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1-hour futures chart for the S&P 500. And on yesterday's chart and in the video, I told you we had this ABC setup that pointed down towards 39.14, and we may see that down to the 50% retrace before we move higher, and that's exactly what we got. They did it in the form of a diagonal here, and so when that happens, you should see a pretty strong reversal in the opposite direction, and that's exactly what we got off of the low, is this strong move up here. Now, it's consolidating sideways and has been for the last couple of hours, and I think that the move could kind of slow down a little bit, as we do have the Fed tomorrow, and they may keep it in a tight range for a while until the Fed, or they may continue to follow the pattern. We'll have to see how that plays out, but the setup is there for the bulls to take this higher if they want to follow through. So as it stands right now, our primary count is still active. We have wave 3 top, a wave 4 bottom. However, this is going to be the bottom. They can't come down and break this low. There's no more room. So if they're going to take it up, this is the time to do it. We have our wave 4 bottom, and we would be starting our wave 5 move up towards that 40.30 to 4100 area, just depending on how high they want to try to extend that. So that is our primary count. It is still valid. And once we get up here, this is where things get a little tricky on how this will play out moving forward. We've talked about this in several videos over the last week, so I'm not going to go through all of it, but this high could be the wave 5 of C to complete this A wave, in which case we would expect a pretty big pullback towards about 3780, 3800 region for a wave B, or this could be a wave 3 of a leading diagonal higher. And in that case, we would look for a pullback towards 3970 or so in a wave 4, and then a move higher in wave 5 to 4200 plus to give us a leading diagonal off the lows. Again, I've talked about that at length in the last few videos, so if you want to check those out, you can. But our primary path remains that this is 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and we're heading up in 5 as we speak. Now, if they do decide to come down and break this low, okay, then it will most likely invalidate here, as there's only about 4 points of room below this low that can keep this structure still valid. So I don't see them coming back down and holding 3909.50, and that means that this move up would either be done over here where there's A wave right here, okay, would just move over, and this would be all of A right here, okay, and in that case, we would be looking for an A, B, C down towards 3800 for that B wave, and then a C wave higher from there. Or it is possible, okay, that this is a wave 4, and we're starting a wave 5 down towards the 3400 to 3300 region. But given the action off the high here, it is not very impulsive, and so I don't see this being a complete drop that takes out the 3640 low. It is possible. Things can happen. It can morph into a diagonal as a wave 5, but my most likely scenario, should they come down and break this low, is that we're getting that B wave towards that 3800 area before moving higher. So that's basically what we're looking at. The bulls have control. If they want to take it up here towards this 40.30, 4100 region, we could see that very quickly, especially with the Fed catalyst coming. And then you could see a sharp sell-off on Thursday if the GDP number's bad and that start to that B wave down, okay? Or we could also see this 3, 4, 5 play out, just depending on what they're going to do here from the top. So the main pattern, 3, 4 on our way up in 5 towards 40.30. If they break the low, the most likely scenario is we're headed down towards 3800 in a B wave, or it could be wave 4, but I don't see that as very likely, especially given this action right here. Okay, over on the NASDAQ, we did break down below this wave 1 top. Okay, we came down and hit the 50% retrace, which is a valid 4 target most of the time, but when you break the wave 1, Okay, it invalidates a standard impulsive move, but if you look at this structure off of the B wave low here, essentially you have what looks like a diagonal playing out. And you know we don't trust diagonals, but the ES setup is for higher as well. So I would look at this to move higher, as you have an ABC up for 1, an ABC down in 2, an ABC up in 3, an ABC down in 4, and you would expect an ABC up in 5 to complete this move higher up here, and this A wave or this wave 3. And just like on the ES, we would have to see if they can hold the wave 4 pullback and move higher in 5 to give us a leading diagonal 5 up off the lows, which could indicate that the bottom is in, just depending on how it plays out off of that high. Or we could see the deeper B wave pullback towards the 11.7, 11.800 region, and then a move up in C from there. Okay, so the other option, just like on the ES, is that if they continue to move down and break this wave 4, that we are already done with this wave A, and it would come down and hold this B level support at around 11,700. But if it cannot hold that, then it could push lower down toward that 10,006, 10,500 region. Guys, if you like the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. Okay, there's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link. It will take you right over to the web page. Once you get over there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial because I want you to get in there, check it out, and make sure you love it before you ever spend a penny. In the first room, my Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, as well as all of your Elliott Wave questions answered. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means our trades last anywhere from a few days to a few months, but we have been day trading a little bit more lately because of the volatility in the market. So if you are looking for consistent day trading as well as individual stocks, you might want to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks day trading and PT's reduced risk binary method that just crushes the market. You see these guys getting the big gains of 800%, 1400%, and that's about how the trade is structured and getting in cheap so you can get big multiples on your money. You have to kind of see it to fully understand it, and that's why we give you that 7-day free trial so you can get in there, understand it, and make sure it's for you before you ever spend your money. We also have a challenge account where PT put $4,000 into a small account and trades it using mini ES futures and disciplined trading methods, averaging 3 to 4% gains in there, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we would love to have you in here so we can make some money together. Key takeaways for today: bulls need to hold the low that they established at 39.13 in order to keep this move up. They have a sharp move off of the low. We would expect them to target 40.30 to 4100. However, if they do break the low, then we would be looking down towards the 3800 region in the B wave. And if that doesn't hold, then we could be seeing the 3300 region in wave 5. Over on the NASDAQ, we might have to complete a diagonal up here, which means we'd get a pretty sharp sell-off in wave B down to the 11,700 region. But the bulls do have the ball right now, pushing higher. They need to hold this low. Otherwise, we could count wave A as in and look to this B wave support at 11,700 sooner than later. Guys, that is the update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.